अस्सलाम जी, मैं हूं मुस्तफ़ा शाह और आप मुझे अब देख रहे हैं नियो डिजिटल पे। एक उन्माद है, ये आपने अपने दिमाग में रखना है और आज की जो इंटरैक्शन है, आज के जो मेरे गेस्ट हैं, जो आपसे मिलने आए हैं, वो इस इन उन्माद को रीइन्फोर्स ज़रूर करेंगे। मैंने और आपने बचपन से एक जुमला सुना है कि हम पाकिस्तानी मिट्टी बहुत ज़रख़ेज़ है। इस ज़रख़ेज़ी से मुराद ये नहीं है कि वी आर एन एग्रीकल्चर लैंड। इस ज़रख़ेज़ी से मुराद ये है कि हमारे अंदर टैलेंट बहुत है, हमारे अंदर विल बहुत है। हमने एजुकेशन के अंदर हमने जिस तरह की भी नई टेक्नोलॉजीज़ आ रही थी, उस इनोवेशन के अंदर हमने कंट्रीब्यूट हमेशा किया। बट अनफॉर्च्यूनेटली हुआ क्या? क्यों सिलसिला टूट गया और हमें इसके ऊपर यकीन क्यों ख़त्म हो गया कि हमारी मिट्टी बहुत ज़रख़ेज़ है। ये जो ब्रेन ड्रेन की बात हम करते हैं और हम इसके सारे पॉलिटिशियन जो हैं इसी के ऊपर बात करते हैं कि 15% यूथ निकल गई और भाई जो निकल गई वो निकल गई, जो रह गई उसके लिए आपने क्या किया? आज हमारे गेस्ट जो हैं, ही इज़ एन असेंबलीमैन एंड ऑल द वे फ्रॉम अमेरिका ही इज़ विज़िटिंग पाकिस्तान एंड वी आर गोइंग टू बी टॉकिंग टू हिम about his visit in Pakistan and how do he find Pakistan so far. Philip is with us. He's a deputy speaker, Assembly, New York Assembly, and you represent District 6. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us time.
Mustafa, thank you for having me, and Neo Digital also for having me. Their reputation follows us, the United States,
Right.
and they're very popular over there.
So all my pleasure. So, sir, the purpose, and today we are reporting this from London Aesthetics and Rejuvenation Center.
Mhm.
So you had a medical treatment from here.
Mhm.
So what is this all about, and how do you find the treatment and the staff and the service of London Aesthetics?
Mhm. Well, I'm here on a mission to do some things which we can talk about
Right.
in relations to the relationship between New York State and Pakistan. But one of the things that I want to do on my private time was the reputation of Dr. Badi in United States precedes him. And even though people think that United States is the state of the art, and it is state of the art with medical stuff, but there are doctors around the world like Dr. Badi whose reputation and skills are unsurpassed. And so, a lot of people are surprised that me, Deputy Speaker of the New York State Assembly, is coming here to visit a doctor. But that tells you the expertise and the amount of professionalism. I had stem cell therapy, and it's something that's becoming very popular now. It's an anti-aging therapy. It's something that people take to renew their bodies. We're born and we actually start off by two cells that join each other, right? Those two cells at some point turn into a heart, lungs, they turn into different cells.
Right.
Those are stem cells. At some point, your body stops making those stem cells. So by injecting them now, you're able to renew your body and get your cells to start reproducing. In fact, there's experimental treatments now where they're injecting people's hearts, and they're finding that some of the damage to the tissue in their hearts is being healed as a result of stem
So
cells.
you looking so young and 30 years old is the reason behind is Dr. Badi Idris.
I'm actually 68 years old.
60. So because since you're also a politician,
Yes.
and our Pakistani politicians they go abroad and they go to West and to your country for their medical treatment. So this is like a very new thing, and I think it will give a very positive message to all the young people that we should believe in our product and we should believe in our own country, because if you are coming here for the treatment, so this is one thing that it is going to establish that Pakistan has all the talent.
Yes.
And Pakistan has all the potential. We need to believe in our own services.
Yes, and I could see, I could read the writing on the wall. I could see that Pakistan one day could be a place of medical tourism, as modeled by other countries like Colombia and Brazil that have done this also. But you have all the potential here. Per capita, Pakistan probably has more doctors than most countries in the world, and so as a result, you actually have more talent here and more expertise. But like anything, it's just like any business, you have to market it, right?
Of course.
So the world, and that's part of our mission here is actually to not only help New York State with some agreements, but to open the world to Pakistan, open Pakistan to the world. Perceptions are normally formed by the news we see. and the news is normally about conflicts.
Yeah, yeah.
It's normally about problems. It's, rarely
Otherwise,
is there anything positive. Yeah.
Negative news is a bigger news, and a positive news is a
Right,
smaller
because
news.
that sells. But then your average citizen, forget about politicians, your average citizen, all they know about Pakistan is what they see on the news. So really, the potential is here. It's just, I think it's just a matter of marketing this country to the outside world, especially when it comes to medical tourism. But in other areas, that is why I'm here. And my mission started in October, last October.
Yeah.
I came here to Pakistan with an innovative idea. I have a district on Long Island that I represent that has many Pakistani Americans there. And as a result, I've learned a lot about Pakistan, and we decided to come here and do some things that help both Pakistan and New York State.
Please tell us since we are talking about the medical industry.
Mhm.
So you're just trying to develop linkages with the medical schools so that nurses can go to USA and they
Yes.
can work there.
Yes.
So please tell us about that. And I heard that the visa policy. So generally it takes a lot of time to relocate yourself.
Yes.
But you guys are just trying them to help that whether it's a yes or a no, they will find this out in 3 months, 90 days.
In 90 days, yes. During our visit in October, one of the things that we heard was that because we're trying to improve and increase the amount of nurses that
Right.
immigrate to New York from Pakistan. We have a shortage of nurses
Right.
in New York, and you in Pakistan have an abundance
Surplus.
of nurses. But it was just a matter of coordinating the curriculums, the credentialing, and then finding out a way to open up avenues. And that is one of the areas in which we reached an agreement. When we came in October, we spoke about that. But since then, we went back to New York, rolled up our sleeves, identified nursing schools here, identified hospitals in New York, put them together, have them all speaking. We now have a direct communication. The credentials are synchronized.
Right.
So nurses, all they have to do is graduate from here. And there are agencies who in Pakistan that recruit nurses for overseas, right? They also met with our hospitals, and they are on the list. So I think in the next year or so, you're going to see an increase, a vast increase in nurses leaving to New York. That helps Pakistan because that's a flow of dollars into your country. People,
And they're going to also come back as well.
right, and they're going to come back.
Work
Right,
there, and some of them will also come back and serve the country.
right. These are visas. These are permanent residents. These are visas. And so that economic development helps New York because we have a shortage of nurses. That fills our need. So it's a bilateral agreement that's a win-win.
Mutually beneficial
Right.
sort of a relationship.
Right. But the key to all the agreements that we're doing is, and the reason why I came, because one would say, okay, so United States makes some agreement with Pakistan. But what has historically happened with Pakistan is that Pakistan finds itself in an area in the world where there's a lot of geopolitical issues happening, not necessarily in Pakistan, but around. And then
In the
United,
subcontinent.
right, then our country sometimes needs the help of Pakistan for certain things. And Pakistan has been a great partner. Sometimes I recognize that United States, we might need some things that are difficult politically for elected officials here to be able to do. Nevertheless, they have struggled and tried to help us. But sometimes the relationship has soured because of those geopolitical issues. When we do it state to state, my approach, geopolitics has nothing to do with it. The only question is, does it benefit Pakistan? Does it benefit us? And you can imagine if New York State's budget is a little bit more than all of Pakistan. Could you imagine if Pakistan was now making agreements with 50 states? The impact that would have.
Such a big impact.
Right. We have a delegation that I've already spoken with of elected officials in Texas that are waiting for us to finish our project here so that they can do the same thing. That means another state importing nurses, another state. We also made an agreement.
This is going to be with Punjab and New York State?
Yes.
State to state.
Yes.
So this opportunity
And
is for
Singh also.
all the medical nurses who are present in Punjab state. Not across the Pakistan.
No, that's across Pakistan. Yeah.
So New York State
Right.
is creating a relationship with Pakistan, so anyone can come.
Right.
whether they're
Nursing
from
wise,
Islamabad, Lahore, Punjab, or other states.
If
as
they're
well.
nursing school and they want to apply, they would possibly have an
So,
avenue there.
Assemblyman, in your opinion, what ties Pakistanis and Americans? So, what are the if you talk about the common traits, and what do you think that why Pakistani people are tied up so well with
Mhm.
Americans,
Primarily
primarily
because of Pakistani Americans.
Pakistani Americans?
And it's a unique thing about immigration is that people, when people immigrate to another country, and a lot of times when they come to the United States, uh, those people build a life over there, but they don't forget their country, but they see different perspectives. All right, they see Pakistan in a different way. Sometimes they recognize things that people in your own country might not recognize because media reports certain ways in certain countries and everything. But so Pakistani Americans, they go there, they improve their quality of life, and they say to themselves, Pakistan can do better
All right.
if we do these things, if we start to model these things. So I am primarily here because of Dr. Ijaz Ahmad from APPAC, which is an
Right.
organization of Pakistanis over there, who came to me and we started talking about how we can help both. And so I would say that primarily it's because of Pakistani Americans and their efforts, their love for their country. Just because you immigrate doesn't mean you abandon your country. And we're starting now to see some reverse immigration, where Pakistani Americans are coming back to retire back in your country, which also helps
When they
Pakistan.
make money, they can always come back and they can invest in their own country
Right,
and live with their
right.
families.
Dr. Ahmad himself is just invested $10 million to build a hospital over here, and
So in your opinion, you when you were coming to Pakistan, you must have a preconceived notion about Pakistan.
Mhm.
So everyone has an image about a particular country or a nation.
Mhm.
So what was your preconceived notion when you were coming to Pakistan, and was it when you visited Pakistan in October?
Mhm.
So what you thought about Pakistan, was you find it Pakistan the same, or it was greater than what you thought about Pakistan?
I felt just from observing, I'm Puerto Rican, so I'm from an immigrant family, right? And I felt that I would find in Pakistan a country like similar to many Latin countries, facing some of the same issues. Now, because of the news,
Issues like law and order situation. What were the issues in your mind going? When you thought, when you say speak about issues, so what did you thought that issues you will face in Pakistan?
um, the need for economic development,
Alright.
the need for jobs, opportunities. Um, eh, mostly that economic issues that we go through, improving trade, all those are the things that that are needed in many countries. But you're asking me what my perception is. What I was not sure about is what the reception would be.
Alright.
Right?
How people will receive you?
Because of the news you see,
Yeah.
the news you see, and you see negativity. You think, well, people over there must hate Americans. They must, these
And
these
that
are,
is not the reality.
and it's because the news, just
Yeah.
skews. And of course, the news is reporting problems,
And
so
and
people are
they're
upset,
reporting it on purpose.
Right,
They,
and
they have an
people-
agenda to take forward.
because that sells.
Sells.
That sells. So I wasn't sure, but when I came here, I found a country full of people, lovers of freedom. I found a country full of admiration for the United States, many of which have family over there. And I think I found a country that sees the world a lot smaller than it was years ago, primarily because you have so many of your countrymen who live in the United States. Your elected officials have opened up every door, and they're very, especially you have a new government now who's very eager to follow up on the things that we're doing. We now, we're hoping that the two states here, Punjab and Singh, that they pass sister state resolutions as well, so we can expand on other things. Because now you mentioned the nursing schools. We also made an agreement on K to 12 schools where we donated video conferencing equipment and we put them together with schools in New York, and they are now making part of their curriculum a cultural exchange through video conferencing, where the students in New York and the students here.
So our students can now they can learn American history from an American teacher,
and vice versa, and we could learn about Pakistan from Pakistan. Now, the bigger picture, you could imagine if this project, if every state starts to do this type of thing, just looking at the long game, Think about children who grow up having friends who are Pakistani on video, who all year round they've been speaking to them. It does a lot to craft public opinion and the future and potentially future relationships if we can ignite this spark to get every state
To
and
make it on a
Pakistan.
bigger level, so
Right.
the impact would be little more bigger.
Exactly. There's much bigger and broader, dreams for this. Now, the third thing we did is we went and passed. We actually passed a sister state resolution in New York with two states here in Pakistan.
So
Um,
chances are for Punjab, Punjab will be the sister state of New York, or you're
Yes,
looking for
it's state of
same-
New York. Yes. So Punjab, we're asking Punjab to do a sister state
Alright.
resolution also equal to ours.
What will be the benefit if Punjab become a sister state of New York? So what will be the benefit of people living in Punjab in Pakistan?
It sets up an agreement
All right.
to work together. So as a result of that sister state agreement, a declaration of both New York State and Punjab, say, to work together, now we have set the intention of government, of both governments, and now it's a matter of elected officials coming down here and saying, okay, what do we need in Punjab? What do we need in Singh? Where there's many more things than the four things that we have delivered, agreements that we can make, trade, bringing our businessmen here, bringing Pakistani businessmen to New York to demonstrate their product. All these things come
Investment
about.
opportunities will be bigger.
Right.
We can import things and we can export things
Right.
as well.
And remember, elected officials are kind of the key to society
All right.
in the United States. So if we're talking trade, if we're talking laws that complicate things for Pakistanis and vice versa, it's your elected officials that have the power to resolve this thing. We just need to be talking to each other and find innovative ways to deal with this where it's just a matter of benefit and not geopolitics, not ideology. In fact, I'm here with a Republican colleague of mine, another from the assembly.
All right.
His name is Alec Krasny, and he is a Republican. We're
All right.
here because this is not about ideology. There's no party way to start economic development. There's no democratic way to make an agreement with nursing schools. These are things we just have to roll up our sleeve and do what we need to do, both for our citizens and for yours.
This is the community work. You're just working to develop community. So
Right.
you're empowering our nurses. They will go there. They will learn better skills, and they can always come back and serve their community.
Yes, and plus the dollars that come back
course.
are creating investments for their
Investments.
families. They're using that money to live a better life, to purchase more things in Pakistan, and that money that nurse is making is revolving several times because a nurse sends money home to her family. Her family goes to the store and buys milk for the
Right.
baby, right?
Of course.
Now that dollar just helped the owner of the store. That owner of the store takes that dollar and pays their employee, right? So this sets in motion
So
an economic
we
development.
always says is that whenever money is rotating, the economy is going up.
Yes,
So this is like your money is rotating. So if our nurses are going there, they're sending dollars back to their family. They're investing in real estate in Pakistan.
yes.
So economy will keep on moving. So talking about, you just said that there's a new government and the new government is trying
Mhm.
to build a better relationship with America. Right?
Mhm.
So Punjab, because we are from Punjab and we're hoping that Punjab will become a sister state of New York.
Mhm.
So how do you like and how do you see that Punjab has their first female CM?
Yes, that's a sign of progressiveness. We in the United States have not had a president, a woman president yet, and
You like the idea because I've seen that you always voted and you always advocated the woman empowerment.
yes,
So this is a true example of women empowerment, that the leader of a state is a female.
of course, yeah, and it's a sign of the maturity of your country. So much so that you've achieved what we haven't achieved in the United States. We haven't never had a woman president there, and so I applaud the fact that that Pakistan that's possible in Pakistan. Now we don't get involved in politics and what party won and what candidate won or anything like that. Whoever's in power, that's what we have to deal with. that,
So how
that you
was
know.
you how were you introduced to London aesthetic, Dr. Badi Idris? Were some friends in Pakistan who suggested you to meet Dr. Badi Idris and have the services, or you just find it out from somewhere
Well,
else?
his reputation, not just among the Pakistani community, but amongst everybody. You know, when people start to research aesthetic clinics and treatments like stem cell, which is happening worldwide. I know in his case he does aesthetics, he does plastic surgery, and other things. But when you start to research, you start to realize the top doctors in different countries. You know, because their reputation is reflected in what you see there. And his reputation of excellence and thinking outside of the box and just preceded him. And then I started asking friends from Pakistan, and they all seemed to know who he was. And that's why I took some personal time off to come here and see Dr. Badi.
So my last question. This is the month of June, and in states it's been associated with Pride, and you've been to LGBTQ
Mhm.
different and they named you the marshal of
Mhm.
the Pride.
Mhm.
So what do you like about Pride, and what is this culture, and do you think that the cultures and the nations like the Pakistani nations
Mhm.
can handle such open-minded
Mhm.
opportunities and exposure to the culture?
Right. Those are things that I don't have a right to tell Pakistan what they have to do, or predict. You know, cultures. I must respect cultures. Everyone has their own culture. As an elected official, I have to represent everybody.
All right.
I have to and one of the things that we pride ourselves in the United States is that we don't impose our, as long as,
Views
yeah,
on any other
on others,
people's
as long
culture.
as we're not violating
Yeah.
anybody's rights, you
We always
know,
say live and let live.
right, yeah, we respect them. But along that same line, it's also not my place to
All
tell Pakistan what they need to do, and those are domestic things that only Pakistani people and their government have a right to do. Me as an elected official, I'm inclusive of everybody, whether I agree with them or not. Like I said, I'm here with a Republican on this mission here, which you rarely see in countries. Two parties, people, coming together and working together for the same thing. And so that's kind of our mindset over there. And inclusivity of everyone is something that's key.
Thank you so much, sir. It
Thank
was a
you. You know,
pleasure having you.
with the things that we delivered, there's one thing I forgot to mention, and that is the fact that it used to take close to 2 years for one to get a visa to come to the United States.
Yes.
And that's when we came in October. That's one of the things that we heard from people, Pakistanis here. Look, even if we want to work over there, who can wait 2 years and
Right.
put their life on hold and everything? We went to the embassy, spoke to the ambassador, and shortly thereafter, they came out with a policy, and it came from a year and a half to 2 years. Now it's down to 90 days.
So you will find out whether it's a yes or
Right.
a no
If
in
you apply
90
for a
days.
visa, you will get an
But
answer.
this is just for the medical nurses.
No. This is
For
for everybody.
everyone.
Everybody. You apply
And
for a
it's
visa.
being implemented
Yes, it's already been actually announced by the embassy.
by the embassy.
Yeah, and so now you'll get an answer. It doesn't say you're going to get the right answer. They might say no, but you will get you will know within 90 days what
Whether
your
it's a
status
yes
is.
or no.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. Once
Thank you
again
so much.
for giving us time. It was a pleasure having you
Thank you.
on this video.
And Neo Digital, I want to thank for that opportunity as well.
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग द प्रोग्राम। और उन्मान आपने अपने दिमाग में रखा था कि मिट्टी ज़रख़ेज़ है, कमी किस चीज़ की है? शायद नीयत की और विल की जो है वो कमी हो गई है। आपको वीडियो देखने का शुक्रिया। अगर आपको वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो, अपनी राय से कमेंट सेक्शन में जाके हमें आगाह ज़रूर कीजिए।